Marquez down in FP2. Oh, he's back up on his feet. I tell you what, this kid has got 9 lives.
And this is what he does though, this is what we see, he goes out.
He goes so quick.
So quick, and as we say so many times a day, you can tell. And he's tough, as we know, he's used to this, he crashes a lot. But,
Turn 4 is the entry into Becky.
Out there.
Unbelievable.
Now then, I thought it was one of those exaggerations, but
it's not from the shed. Valentino, the man at the prison. So they've been going good.
No, I know, but I'm going to be harsh. I've heard that too many times.
In the past,
we've heard it a lot, haven't we?
Yeah, not dog slow, but slow. But it has picked up the pace. Yeah, there's Marquez screen there.
You can just tell with his body language.
Right, Right, he'll sit down for a few minutes, get his breath back, and a bit of a download in.
Slightly before, then he goes right, but then he turns fully left. It was as he went fully left.
Was to make sure those bits plugged in for long enough, or whether there was any fault on the tyre wall. Crazy, really. But on the overrun like that, if you went for the edge of the tyre, there was 0. We're going up towards the Maggots, and Maggot section is first. Beckett's is the last part of this, so he's gone left. Throttle, but it was almost like it rolled off throttle all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Like it. And then he came off in a load more.
Right, yeah.
Which is possible.
Yeah.
It sounds like he rolled it, and then all of a sudden came off.
It transfers all the way to the front as well.
Takes it all
and then takes all the weight off the rear of the chair.
Shut up as well, so you can hear it. Which I did. So Marquez then, helmet off. He's not going anywhere for a minute or two. They're going to. No. It's a long way round.
It's not like we're now going to have to go fast straight away. And that was his way of dealing with it, you know, to just eliminate any negative thoughts that would hide.
Hard compound tyres front and rear for Valentino Rossi at the moment. It'll be an interesting debriefing later on today for you guys. Like you do.
Yeah, no.
Mind you did the other night, left cab for Wednesday here.
That was fantastic, really good fun.
Wait a minute, boys. Maverick Vinales, that would have been my big question mark here. I mean, before this meeting even got underway, I've got a little bit of money on Dobby.
As you know, I interviewed Lorenzo and with her arms folded.
Just so funny. If you haven't seen it on Twitter, look for it.
I can't lie, I had a beer, so I think I'm...
You've been telling them how to win a world championship again.
Well,
was the quote that went with it.
I did get the vibe I was going on a bit, you know, when you're in a voice says. And I actually said, I can't believe... Still remember that now, 7 years on, the main problem is that, you know...
chassis versus engine. That's always a compromise between the two of them. The characteristics of the Ducati engine.
Experimented so much for that, and a lot more than we'll ever know, because obviously they're not going to tell us. How many chassis have they tried? How many engine problem?
Well, they're going for a V4 at some stage in the no distant future, you would consider.
Superbikes.
Yeah.
The motorcycle, he's just gone fastest, half a second quicker than anyone.
Yeah.
Comes out the first corner, sees himself on the big screen, and then just...
None of the Ducatis appear to be running anything like that, whether they try them, of course.
Yeah, if ever
practices.
If ever you were going to try wings, this session would be the one. Main reason being the fact that there is. Yeah, if ever you were going to try wings, this session would be the one. Main reason being the fact that there is no wind at all.
Whispered in my ear, as he does, you know, that that's it.
He told about, yes, you heard that right. He's on a cracking lap.
You know, they've still got to make a decision on their 2 riders for next year. Everything else now is signed, sealed, and settled in every other team. So over the last couple of Grand Prix has shown flickers of performance on this MotoGP bike.
Well, as which 2 years, and that's why we're all so frustrated about the Sam Lowe situation.
You took the words out of my mouth. Sam unfortunately had an off this morning to say. Ooh. That sounds sweet going down there. Marquez on the 93 Honda. Tell you what, I don't know whether...
Sounds deep and rolling. Is it such a word as Big Bangy? He's giving me a look. I'm guessing not.
There's Big Banger where he goes for his holiday. And the boss, an HRC director. Strange seeing Shuhei Nakamoto at the British Talent as was. Now reaching that grand old age of 60, which I'm quite familiar with lately. Part of the team, do they? Marquez goes second.
So it took him 4 laps to shake off the crash, basically. So,
He's done wonders, I think, with that Aprilia.
yeah, me too.
I think he's done a really good job, Aleix Espargaro.
In this session, this is what I've always felt in his career. It's like he works on a fast lap. It just...
Well, that's how it looks on
how it
paper,
appears,
doesn't it? At the end of the day, that is how it appears. Whether that...
I know, and I wouldn't dare ask the question because I think I'd get shot down in flames. But
yeah, he is volatile, as Josh Brooks found out when Josh ventured a while ago.
Yeah, I've seen...
Yeah. Cal Crutchlow, fiery character, and on top at the moment by 0.1. Doesn't matter what rider you are, your home ground, most as important as winning a championship.
Yeah, it really is. I'm not trying to big it up, but he's low par with Marquez. Marquez pretty much just levelled him, but that is, as you can see, he's half a second in front of... Imagine being...
Dad's saying calm it.
Yeah.
Because he's a bit of a... Yeah, Colin and I were talking, stabilise the suspension. Give the boys a bit more to work on.
The riders complain about it, and it's a bit, you know, a gripe of, you know, well, we were
walking it last year, and I wasn't as sure about it. It looked a little dirtier here and there. Not dirty as in, you know, marbles or any into the deck.
It's about time to start banning them cars. I just, you know...
Well, there might be a natural succession there if F1 doesn't get its decision to take that brake clause this year, and they have here at Silver. That's a pretty big... what's it? There may be no Formula 1 Grand Prix here. Marquez to the top. Look at that.
It's going to suit Jack. That Honda's as we know, again, is a very tricky, finicky sort of bike to ride.
BLT gear, of course, because the 3 lads that go to all of the Grand Prix in their Union Jack outfit. He wore one on Thursday.
So he's got the wings on.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, he has. The 321 for Petrucci without the wings. Oh, Hector Barbara, 241.
Yeah, basically you've got Petrucci fastest through the speed trap. He's 325, so that's like... It was in good form last night.
320. Bautista's just gone.
And there's...
I do.
Shakes it up a little bit.
I like to see someone new come in now and again, though, as well.
Well, which we've got quite a few coming in with the Moto2 Kagami.
Nakagami coming up as well. Not sure about that, I must say. Exactly that.
That's a definite. I know he's gonna fit, definitely. Injury in America, big high side. Remember that day, that horrible cold day where everybody was crashing?
Put him down for a long while as well.
Like when you're 100% fit.
Bautista chasing Baz. Back big off on his outlap of this free practice 2 session. Stay with us as well. At the end of this session, we're going to have this new flag. The time these guys come round, they'll come down pit lane as if it's a live pit lane for a flag-to-flag race, and they will practice how to swap bikes. The jury's out on it. They will make a decision after they've had this test. Then when they're on their spare bike, they'll go around and go to qualifying 1. Their combined times from the first 3 free practices. That's why it's highlighted. Faster than Rossi in 3rd place.
He just had a look and then it snapped into...
Gets him in the end.
Loris Half had a... shall I squabble here that year when he was riding for Yamaha? I know it's a track he always goes well on.
Bone. The roar of MotoGP down that straight was going to go.
Start his first flying lap, wasn't it? I'm guessing
it was the start of his first flying lap. Yeah, he'd only got an out lap under the belt, and then we got to tyres.
Well, not enough.
And then we go.
See ya. Yeah, you had him slide it, but you missed the bit where...
On the tackle, it tapped it. I don't know how synced, how much...
Yeah, that's why I'm here. To give that insight, Keith.
Job with those hard tyres on. I'm just wondering whether he's laps on.
You know, up there, you know it's positive. Because going out for a lap, is he?
No. Hey, it's 29.
Down there, then. It's a bit strange.
Tyres has he got in? Mediums. Which you were looking at. He's got a hard with himself.
Yeah, well, he messed. He did mess up that last section. He was slightly offline and still put it 3rd fastest place. You see his teammate, Bradley Smith, who now is fighting for his ride for the rest of this season. He has.
Is that they're eliminating. It's a process of elimination, according to Bradley. So it's a process of elimination. They've got rid of his crew chief.
Well,
so that really leaves Bradley no excuse, which is
just what I was.
Which is what they're doing. Is the process of elimination now alongside Bradley Smith. So,
but as in, like, I know we've seen Paul just do that fantastic lap, but well, obviously that I'm sure Bradley's going to go faster nearer the end of the session, but
yeah, but you're already on the back.
Something's going on there anyway.
At any point in the day, you shouldn't be that far away.
The only good news for Bradley is swap Mickey Callio with Bradley in a million years.
Yeah, but KTM, they know what their test. They will make that decision. It will be based on business. It won't be based on any other thing.
No, absolutely not. Which then will keep Bradley.
Yeah, he's got to be there somewhere.
He doesn't want to become KTM's test in a million years.
Yeah, but KTM, they know what their test. They will make that decision. It will be based on business. It won't be based on any other thing.
No, absolutely not. Which then will keep Bradley.
Yeah, he's got to be there somewhere.
He doesn't want to become KTM's test rider, I can assure you that.
No, he really don't, and that's what makes me think he'll probably...
The discussions, what I read on Twitter, so it must be right, what I read was they're going to fly after this one.
Carol Abram has kept his job for next year.
In other good news.
We know that helps, and he brings money to the team as well, but, you know, he's performed about that. Brought a shed load of money to get himself back in the position he's put himself in now, but he's performing with it. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I mean, his stock value's gone through the roof. The man who we all said at the start of the season, he will be previewed to start second on the grid. Argentina, so the second Grand Prix of the year, just to prove everybody wrong. But remember, and he said to me, Neil, he's fast, really fast. He actually said his only problem is his fitness.
Because he was ankle, arm, shoulder. You know, he's taken a fair old beating. We were talking about it. I think we're talking.
I'm not. Oh no, I'm a commentator. What's worse?
It's even lower.
Best job in the world.
You bring experience to the whole thing, Neil. You cannot go on forever, but and it's all sat down at the back, and the front's as light as you like.
No weight on it at all.
None at all.
Which we know
works for him.
Yeah, I don't know how he does it.
Soft front and rear, and he seems to be able to make that.
He said you'd never go full throttle. He said if I go full throttle on the exit, you just completely burn the tyre out.
Club sauna.
He said you can't believe how much it's down to tyre management, or how much of the tyre management is down to the rider because of the
that's the kind of 90 degrees they'll be coming in at when we do this practice flag to flag business in a little. It'd be nice. Everyone's been properly briefed.
If you could see the throttle trace, you'd be shocked how little throttle the riders are using. Let's say 60-70%, because if they go to 100%, the thing will just literally just wear the tyre to pieces.
Midday we start our performances. Qualifying is live. MotoGP race will be live on Sunday here on BT Sport. Do join us for... And don't forget all the platforms that we're going out on as well. Our digital Dan is here looking after...
And we mean everybody. Never seen so many faces. Don't know who half of them are, really, Keith.
I'm sure we're going to find out during the next couple of days.
Sam Lowes has just put his fastest lap in. I was going to ask the question, what's going on? He's only done 10 laps.
Yeah, well, we don't know, unfortunately, to that slight problem in manufacturing, I'm sure. Dobby, what's he got for us? Yeah. Enzo is running the wings. The only man on Ducati that is this weekend so far. Dobby tried it.
KTM, Ducati, and the factory Yamahas, then Aprilia.
2015, Marc Marquez, 2 minutes dead, 0.234. So he is. But he ain't looking bad for a man who's chucked up the road first thing today.
This is a good run from Marquez. Come on, mate. With all his experience.
It's only going to demoralise him anyway.
Yeah.
Crutchlow.
To put a load of people on the gate for tomorrow.
I think it might do half a second up. He's gone.
Oh, this is definitely going to put some people on the gate tomorrow.
So he went for... Oh, look who he's going to get balked by. Jorge Lorenzo. And is that Carol Abram that's next up? First up. Abram that's next up. First up. 4. Through. Oh, instantly right on the inside there. Goes to the top. 2 minutes, 0.897. Wow. What a great lap. 7/10 faster. The won 2 Grand Prix last year. Is looking to win the British Grand Prix this weekend. 3.5 minutes left to go. Oh, dear me. Down on the deck.
Marquez.
It is Marquez again. 2 in this session. at the beginning of it and at the end of it. Turn 13. That's
where we lost the front twice this morning. Look at him, he's a machine, isn't he?
He just wants to keep going at it, doesn't he? So, crashes. They do collect injuries. It does hurt. It will have pulled him about. It will have stretched, strained, but he's coming back for more.
On board. So this is the one at the fast corner. Yeah. That's turn 11 into. It went quite early.
It did go early, but he got a lot of brake on.
Yeah.
At that point, so round it goes. Oh, kid has got, hasn't he? So he jumps out the way of his own motorcycle. How impressive is Marc Marquez? And he's still looking at it to see if...
And we've still got 7 races to go.
Can't blame the kid for commitment, can you? Those time. He's actually snuck in on that last lap between Marquez and Vinales.
Incredible, though. He's just incredible. You have to be the man in every session.
But that's not the breed, is it?
No, that's his default setting.
He has gone for a soft rear, good. Giving himself an opportunity. Rossi's going to have another lap after this, but he goes second quickest, 2:01.1. That, I'll say bums on seats for want of a better phrase. Tell you what, if Crutchlow's top and Rossi's second in qualifying tomorrow, there's going to... Ian Ona's just lost the time that he might have gained through...
getting a toe.
Getting a toe, yeah. But
yeah, I know.
There you go. Aleix Espargaro on the Aprilia. Has it got more horsepower? I haven't actually checked to see if it's got a... Him say it before, as you quite rightly pointed out, Neil. But maybe they have.
Yeah, maybe they have. It is definitely a track you would gain.
It's next up. Aleix Espargaro, okay. 300ths of a second, 3/10 of a second behind, of course. 7th, 9/10 off Crutchlow's top time. Dovi, only 9th. Just about within a... The Doctor. Redding jumps into the top. That makes a big difference to go through to qualifying 2.
Valentino looks good.
Does. And he has all day stable. Just went away a little bit there, didn't it? It looked like he was on for a... If he could have made that 4th sector count. So the flag's out. We're going to be trialling here. You come in at 90 degrees to the bike that's parked there. You can't turn right, they're right, as you come down right at the last minute, effectively, I think. Or do you go park now? You drive in behind your bike, so it's a bit too elaborate for me. I like the system as it was before.